wearing all black,
Aloha! Here with JC and Jeff.
Ain't no time for school today.
hitting bombs.
Hey, watch this punch cut lob wedge. Replace your Marshalls with cart girls. They're better looking. They're serving drinks.
Got to hit bombs off the tee.
Phil talking about a guy taking a shit in the cup.
Mahalo!
If we did fireside with Phil.
Fire at the stick.
Hit bomb and attack the pin.
Ready? Mm-hmm. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ALOHA Press. I'm JC, my co-host Jeff. It's been several months. We've been like, I've gotten requests like, are you guys still okay? Like, was there like a falling out, or did someone die, or did the PG&E shut off all your power for months at a time?
I get it.
We just absolutely disappeared off the planet. Like, we had one podcast that was kind of like thrown in there, the Nakoma podcast.
Was that our last one?
That was the last one.
Oh, Jesus.
And we just disappeared. Like, we were gone.
Well, in reality, we really didn't see each other either. In passing at work?
Oh, just
No golf?
No golf. No golf at all. Just football, work, some more work.
Yeah.
What else happened?
Oh, it was fucking horrible, though.
It was really bad. Like, this isn't our full-time job. I wish this was our full-time job, but it, like 80 hours at a time. Like, yeah, you're just going to live here. Like, no Aloha Press, no golf, no family.
Even last week, you didn't get to go home, really.
No, it was a great start to 2020.
It was.
So welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you're watching it on maybe YouTube or listening it to on Apple iTunes, I think.
Podcast? Podbean?
I mean, all of those things. I think Stitcher, Google Play.
Yeah.
We're gonna try and get on Alexa.
Really? So
Yeah.
they can just say it to their little thing?
Yeah, their
Home
Alexa
thing? Whatever?
Okay, Alexa.
Play Aloha Press Podcast?
Yeah, I think that's
like it.
that's the goal. But so Jeff, how you been? Have you played much golf? I mean, a little bit, maybe not at all.
I didn't play hardly at all for 2-3 months, like you said. Lately, I've been getting back into it. Today we're playing. This will be my third round in the last 2 weeks, so that's pretty good for me.
That's really good.
Yeah. Plus, well, I got new clubs, so that kind of
incentivizes you. What kind of clubs did you end up getting?
I got some new TaylorMades, and I wasn't going to get them.
Why would you not?
I was
wanna
being
get 'em?
stubborn. I wanted the Tiger Woods.
Okay.
Ben said I couldn't get the Tiger Woods because of their promos, and they don't go under his discount. So I was being stubborn. I was like, nah, I'm not going to spend the money. And then I went home one night after work,
Sure.
watching the President's Cup because it was
Yeah.
on at night, live.
Right.
I see JT and Tiger playing. JT hits the putt on the last hole after playing like shit all round, and they win their match. And I was having a few beverages.
Yeah.
And I made a decision to make a phone call right then.
Okay.
And I gave Ben my card number, and next thing you know, I had some new irons and wedges showing up.
Well, I think that's why like e-commerce and like Amazon is so successful, is because between the hours of like 5:15 and like 10 o'clock, most people that are doing online shopping or making purchases are generally intoxicated.
Well, think about it. There's times where when you get drunk and you buy something and you don't even remember you did it until they show up. And you're like, oh, shit.
It's like someone else gave you a present.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's like Christmas.
It's like your drunk self gave you a present,
Yeah.
but this time they gave you golf clubs.
Yeah, they did. And they're nice. This will be my fourth round with them today.
That's pretty exciting. So what kind of TaylorMades did you end up getting?
I got the 730. So they're the blades, and then I got 3 new wedges. The new TaylorMade wedges.
That's awesome.
All black. They spin it like a motherfucker.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Where were we playing today?
Our favorite course in the world?
That's what I hear. I haven't been there in a long time, so you're gonna have to give me directions.
Castle Oaks, baby.
Wow.
The greens the other day, I have to say, were spot on, like lightning. They're hard right now. They haven't got a lot of rain, so they're hard. They're cutting them. I don't know if they rolled them or not. I know they were talking about getting a roller, but they were fast, and it was actually nice because it was easy to make putts. So
That's good. Unlike Patrick Reed a couple days ago with the American Century Classic.
what do you do?
Well, he missed on the third final hole of 18, and then the guy screamed out "cheater."
Oh, really?
And he like stared him down in the crowd. It was pretty
Did
funny.
his caddy go after somebody again and get
And
kicked
like
out?
deck someone.
Punch somebody?
So let's touch on the President's Cup, because we've been gone for a long time. We've had a lot of things happen between the Hero World Challenge, President's Cup, and Patrick Reed just in general, creating this just mass hatred toward him, which is, for golf content, is awesome. It's like the best thing in the world. It's like It's like, what's that Raiders middle linebacker who used to spit in people's faces?
Romanowski?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, just pure
Just racist.
hate. Yes, racist, hater. Just everyone hated him. But I'm saying, like, Patrick Reed in general. Plus his caddy. Like, so what was your takeaway on Patrick Reed brushing away some sand with his wedge?
Well,
Because you're a pretty good player. Like, and you've got pretty good hands, especially with branded wedges in your hands. I mean,
well, we were talking about this a little bit. Like, when we play in a tournament, something that actually matters, you're so
Right.
nervous to touch that sand because you don't want the penalties that you keep the club way far away than you ever would just in a normal round. For him to do it on national TV and do it twice, and then his excuse afterwards, he's a fucking cheater.
well, I mean, I think, like, it was pretty clear, like, he was brushing sand away. 'Cause
Yeah, I would love to not have a lump of sand behind my ball. So I would do that too, right? There you go.
with a shovel.
Yeah, fuck.
I just don't. It's like when we played football. Like, the coaches always said, like, there's an eye in the sky, and it's the video camera. What has he done not on camera?
Exactly.
Like, is he out there like the typical 99% of us that are out there with their foot wedge, like, improving their lie? I mean, is this a lift, clean, identify, move a little bit into the fairway type ruling, or?
I don't know. I mean, if he wants to be the dickhead or like the villain of golf, that's fine. He won a major.
Sure.
That's fine. But don't be a cheater too. Like,
God,
you
yes.
can't do both because now you're ruined, and then
Well,
your caddy's a psychopath. So
Well, and you just deny it. You're like, oh yeah, I never felt it. Come on, really?
yeah. Maybe the first time, right? Okay.
Sure.
Oh, somebody's calling. Is that about our tea time?
No, it's from Jackson, California.
That looks like almost a work number.
It looks like a work number, but
Yeah.
I don't.
Don't answer that.
It's Monday.
Yeah.
We're playing golf. I haven't
Yeah.
played golf in a long time.
Yeah. I don't know. I like I said, I would give him the benefit of the doubt the first time if maybe he looked up and he wasn't paying attention, but you'd feel it.
Sure.
You'd still feel it. And then to
Yes.
put it back down and go, not quite good enough. All right.
Whoop.
Now we're there.
So, because this isn't the first time he's done it, there was some footage that showed up on Twitter, which I recorded, and it's pretty entertaining. He did it again in another tournament that he won several years ago, probably back in 2015, and it was just like, how blatant art! Like, this isn't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
It's
didn't
just
know that.
weird. And then the PGA Tour is like, oh, he's a gentleman. No, he's not. He's a jackass.
Yeah, he is.
Ugh.
I don't like him.
So what's your take on the President's Cup? It seems like the Americans went over there. I can't imagine. Oh, great. I'm getting a voicemail. Americans go over there after their, like, warm-up boys trip to Australia. Seems like they were a little hungover in the first couple rounds. They were supposed to just go over there and kick the shit out of those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like they got punched in the mouth for.
I thought they were going to get their ass whooped after that first day. I thought, oh, this is going to be bad.
Well, it's pretty bad when Tiger is your best player and the captain.
Yeah. Tiger kept them in that, and then obviously, was not going to let them lose.
No, absolutely not. And what was your take on? I really enjoyed Justin Thomas. I'm not a big fan of Justin Thomas. He seems like he's got a little fire underneath him.
He does, and he didn't play very well.
No,
for most of that
he
tournament.
had a couple putts that were really good. But
Yeah, and he lost it on the 18th. I said that's what excited me to buy new clubs.
Hey.
So sometimes it gets the fire going. You're like, you know what? I haven't played golf in 3 months. I got some 5-year-old Mizunus in my bag. I should probably do something.
those grooves were 6-iron grooves were like your lob wedge grooves.
Yeah, the grooves were gone. The grips were slick. It was time.
Definitely time. Yeah. So, moving on from the President's Cup to the, because we're in a profession that this isn't our main job, but it seems like we at times in our normal job get to make choices, okay, and we have to follow certain rules and laws. If someone comes at me and says, "Fuck you, you suck," with a couple beers in his hand, I don't think I have the authority to shove and deck the guy.
No, you don't. But you know what? You just brought something up that reminds me. In the past, if somebody came at you and said that type of stuff, off duty, not at real work,
Right, yeah.
you might react.
Yeah,
right,
you
in the
might
past,
react, yeah.
depending on the situation and stuff. But I don't remember. Maybe the last time you played golf, but you told me a pretty funny story that nobody in our podcast has heard
Oh, God.
about somebody confronting you on the golf
Oh,
course.
yes. That was complete control.
I tell that story a lot.
Do you
right
really?
now.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
pretty much
beautiful.
every time I play, I get on the 9th hole and I go, "Hey, so my buddies tell me about this."
So I'm playing golf a couple months ago. It was on. I can't remember. It
had to have been a Friday because you were playing before golf
football.
or before football.
Yeah. So I tend to go out before. I used to coach football, and I would go out and kind of think about our game plan and like kind of de-stress playing golf by myself. Listen to some music, do some Instagram posts for the Law Press, and I get to the 9th hole, and I'd been following this couple who. And it was a Friday, and I didn't care. I knew it was going to take a 5-hour round, and that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted just a relaxing, nice day. I'd hit a couple shots, chip around the green a little bit. Not in a big rush at all. Nowhere. I didn't have any plans besides, it was later at night. So I get to the 9th, and I'd been playing behind this group who, at times, had trouble getting the ball in the air. I'll say that off the tee, which is totally fine. We play. I mean, it's a public golf course. I don't care. It's not a big deal. Like, if you want to take 3 or 4 shots to get down near the green, so be it. That's the way it goes. Okay.
At times, you got to feel bad for the husband.
Well, yeah. So it was. It appeared to be a male and a female, and it looked like maybe they were married together, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. And she was playing pretty good golf. I'll give her that. Her husband was not.
Oh, so he was the weak link.
Absolutely the weak link.
That makes more sense why.
Yes, I mean it looked like he was mowing the fairways at time, like from left to right, left to right, left to right, and it was like not like left to right hooks. It was like left to right. I shanked it left and then shanked it right. It was entertaining, which whatever. I don't really care. So I'm sitting there on the 9th tee box, which is a shorter par 4, probably stretches out to like 380. 375 maybe, little dogleg right, and for me it's just a simple iron off the tee. Don't hit driver. Don't get any trouble because it's a dogleg right. If I push it a little right, I'm going into houses, getting into some tree trouble. So I realize that they're playing in front of me. They're getting inside their cart. They're driving down the cart path, and I take my turn and I just hit a bullet, just straight bullet, like probably it was like a stinger type shot. And it hits the bank right before the cart path where they were, and it raises up and it lands somewhere near the cart path. And they were clearly driving away. Like, I've played this golf course hundreds of times. I mean, to a point where we used to work there. And I get up to my ball and I'm talking to my wife on the phone, and I see them like putting out, doing whatever they're doing on the green. I put the phone down. I post something on Instagram, and I realize, oh shoot, my ball's on the cart path. So I walk up, lift clean play, swipe off my wall, go over, drop it. And I turn around, and sure enough, these 2 people have gotten off the green, gotten into their cart, and instead of taking the cart path, they're now driving. Like, they had made a circle past the green and now are coming straight at me. And I'm like, they're probably just going to let me pass. Or like, hey, we're going to stop in the restaurant and get a cocktail, and then we're going to let you pass and go ahead on number 10. Like, oh, that's probably pretty cool. And I'm already like, oh, thanks, guys. Trying to get into that happy mood. And dude gets out of his cart and says, you know what you did? You know what you did? And I'm like, excuse me? Like, do I know you? Like, I don't drink anymore, so I remember most events in my life now. And I can't believe you hit that golf ball right over me. And I'm like, what? I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, you know what you did? You piece of shit. And I'm like, whoa, like, what? So he walks up, and I'm like right out of my cart, and he's parked probably 12, 15 feet away. Walks over to my golf ball, which is probably 2 feet from me, reaches down, picks up my golf ball, and I'm going. So I just simply, I drop my right foot back behind my, getting to the bladed stance.
Ready to go.
I bring my hands down to my side, kind of clench my fist, and I'm like, if this guy throws this golf ball at me, I'm going to have to deck him. Like, I don't know what kind of assault that is, but I know it's someone that's going to go to jail because I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah.
Turns around and hucks my golf ball probably like 30 feet away from me. And I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Like, really? What are you, 8? Like, and he, again, and I'm like, dude, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, you are crazy. Gets back in his cart, turns around. Never saw him again.
I take it they went to the parking lot and left.
No,
Oh,
they
they
go.
they kept
park
playing?
their cart. No.
Oh,
They park
okay.
their cart because I would have freaking.
Okay.
I would have done something dumb. They parked their cart, go in the bar, and sure enough, I go in and I'm like all by myself. And I need a witness because this shit's gonna fucking someone's gonna make some shit up. And because I clearly did not go anywhere near them or around them because I hit this little stinger that ran into the ground. I go to the pro shop and I tell the head pro, I'm like, this psychopath just picked up my golf club and threw it away from me. And she looks down, and sure enough, she's like, yeah, he's not a very good golfer, and he's got a temper, and this isn't the first time.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay. So just be careful out there, because these people are psycho when
Would
it
you
comes to golf.
recognize him if you saw him?
Oh, absolutely. He's got a beard, about 5'4". I don't know,
All right, so
190 pounds.
If we're ever
Yes.
behind him,
Oh, yes.
We'll hit
if
bombs
I'm
over
behind
him.
him in a particular car, I might be.
okay.
It just is really awkward because now I'm like,
I have to applaud you though for your reaction because when you started telling me the story, I thought that the ending was going to be different, and it might end with you being escorted off the golf course,
Right,
or
yeah.
an ambulance coming to the ninth green. But you did a good job.
it was self-control.
How was your golf game after that?
pretty good? Like, I made bogey there, which was kind of irritating because I had to go and walk to get my golf ball. And then, another part of the story that I'm forgetting is while this guy's confronting me about this, we're in a spot where no one can see you off the tee. And sure enough, the assholes behind me are hitting into us now.
So now he's really getting hit
Now
into.
Yes, we're actually
Jesus.
getting hit into. So that was
Nonsense.
my recent confrontation at the old club.
Right? As if you don't get it enough at work, you get it now when you're playing golf.
Yeah, where I just want to just relax and enjoy myself. So, oh well. But
Yeah.
I think there's something in the room that we have to address besides the near altercation. Is a couple things that people have addressed with our podcast was that we weren't very professional last year,
Oh.
and I wanted to apologize.
In our language? Our setup? Our style? What?
I think just some of our style, maybe the way we dress, so I decided to grow a mustache. And I felt like that would be the most appropriate way to address the professionalism. Because I was looking back and I was watching Anchorman, and I go, that guy's an idiot, but looks really professional.
You know what's funny is I saw your mustache for the first time, last week or 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Now I'm used to it. So I totally forgot, like, it's just normal.
It's not normal.
But it's not normal,
No,
but
it's
it's
really
normal
bad.
to me. But I'm sure that everybody that has seen you on camera before would appreciate that because it is healthy.
It is definitely healthy. And it's to a point where I don't know if I can even, cut it. I have to get out the weed whacker. It's pretty bad.
I like it.
It's really bad.
I
You
like
don't
it.
like it.
If I could get away with growing it, I would. My wife would cut mine off when I'm sleeping. That's the only problem.
That might happen.
Yeah, she does not like it. Does your
Like
wife
what?
like it?
No, absolutely
okay.
hates it. It's
Okay.
horrible.
That's how long is that? How long have you been growing that?
It's about maybe 8 weeks now.
Yeah, that's good.
I know at our normal job they don't like it.
That's true. Well, that's
Yeah.
that's the thing. It's like you walk up on a call for service and you start talking to somebody, and the first thing you notice is that they're not looking you in the eyes; they're looking at your mustache. And then
Well, yes.
they're thinking, "Is this guy serious or is he joking? Like, is this a joke? Movember, work-related stuff, or does he
Oh,
really,
it's clearly
does he-
into January.
right? Does he really wear this 24/7? Because he's a young man, with a mustache.
It's I feel like I get a little bit more respect out of the older folks.
Definitely say you mean business,
It's not. I don't mess around anymore.
and it goes well on the porn couch.
It does go well on the podcast, which we're back on.
Yes.
Which, by the way, it is still very uncomfortable. There's no back support at all.
That's why I feel like I'm leaning today because, yeah, if not, you won't hear me because I won't be close to the mic, which has happened in the past. Learning from our mistakes of 2019.
2019, yeah. Let's recap on 2019. It was something at the beginning of the year that we decided to do, race to the bottle, which I was a victim of.
Yes,
How many
a killing.
how many holes did I lose by?
It was in the 30s
And
by the end of it,
I think by the end of if
and we
would've
didn't play for the last 3 months.
Yes, I mean it could have easily gotten in the 60s.
Yeah, it was rough.
We played a couple courses that was not my parquet. I'm gonna have to move up to the Reds if
Well-
we go out of town.
That's I would just say the one thing that I like playing different courses, and I usually play pretty good. Maybe only the first time I play it, because if I play it again, then I get bad thoughts or I start doing stupid shit. But the first time, I usually play pretty well at other courses. So I think that's kind of what got you.
Well,
Because at Castle Oaks, you're right with me, or you freaking winning.
And I don't know if that's Castle Oaks is the great thing about Castle Oaks is at times I don't get any trouble because I'm hitting 4-iron off the tee,
and you still have a wedge in,
and I still have a wedge in, so which helps. I think I look back on some of the footage and I realized that what the hell was I doing trying to hit with an extra stiff driver shaft? Like, am I not very small? Like, I clearly needed to go get fit for a driver, which I did not, and then I finally like fessed up. I'm like, just give me the light stiff one.
So you switched?
Oh yeah, brand new shaft.
I didn't know that. You haven't broken this one yet.
I have not broken this one.
Okay.
I'm 2 for 4.
Because I'm pretty sure the last time I sat on the pork couch, you had broke a couple shafts.
Oh yeah. I mean, so 2020. Like, my goal this year
is this your first round of 2020?
2020. Yep.
Okay, I got one under my belt. So
all right. It's my goal this year is if something's working, don't change it. I changed my swing this last year. I changed drivers 4 times.
It's hard though because like I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Like I could go out and play golf and do the same thing every time, and it'd probably be pretty good.
Probably.
But you're always like, well, I could tweak it a little bit to get a little bit better, and then you fuck shit up.
Yes.
And then you come back, and in the end, you're like, well, I should probably just go back to what I was doing. You know?
Because I need to focus on the things that are going to make me score better, which is not driving distance. Driving distance to me is that's not going to change a lot, especially as I get older. And
well, I would say,
yes, go ahead.
in your game,
I feel like
over
this is a Dr. Phil moment.
2019, because I've seen your game for a long time, and it's gone through many phases. In
scary.
2019, your game from tee to fairway improved.
Yes.
Distance was way further, hitting bombs, hitting fairways.
Sure.
But I think with all the time you put into that, or the money and the equipment and the changes and effort, you're chipping and putting.
Oh, it's horrible.
Bro, that's where you used to make your money. You used to hit
Yes.
it like shit off the tee and then get up and down from everywhere and save par and shoot your good scores. You know?
It's, yeah.
But
so
that kind of took a back seat.
So in 4 years, my handicap hasn't changed, but the things that I've gotten better at is driver and iron play, and my wedge and putter game is horrible right now.
Yeah, I mean...
and maybe 2020, well, maybe I'll even everything out and get after it.
I'm looking forward to it today. It's going to be fun out there. It's going to be nice weather, you know.
It's going to be a good day.
You never know. It's going to be a roll of the dice who we play with.
It's
you
true.
never know what group you're going to get. We play in a skins game today, so there could be anywhere from 15 to 25 guys.
And it's a Monday. So.
And it's a Monday. You get some good golfers out there. Usually we get a guy that comes out from a club out in Lodi or Stockton that's a +2, so we get a couple extra strokes.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to need to eat breakfast at some point, though.
No, yeah, and we're going to have to wrap this up. But so my question is this: you won the 2019 Race to the Bottle Challenge. What are you going to do with that $100? What are you buying? What is it? What is on?
Blanton's.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Is that the same stuff you bought a couple years ago?
Yep. That's the same stuff that I got when we did our little challenge during the NCGA.
Yeah. All right.
I'd say because that's not a bottle that I can buy everywhere. You know, every once in a while they'll have it, I guess, maybe at like a Bevmo. But last time I bought it online and had it shipped from Tennessee. So I'll probably do the same thing.
All right. I look forward to watching you drink that.
Yeah.
I'm a little upset about it. But hey, and maybe we'll come up with this is 2020. We're going to figure out a new Race to the Bottle.
Starts today.
Hopefully we get a few more rounds in than we did last year. But
well,
we'll see.
I will say this. Me and JC got on the same schedule at work, same days off. So you'll see a lot more of us now. And there's going to be a lot more merchandise, updated website, store.
Yeah, so there's a couple grammatical errors that I need to correct.
Yeah. I didn't proofread much for them this time, so we'll get that figured out.
Yeah, and so if you guys do get a chance and go on the new website, I literally spent a couple weeks redesigning it, and I didn't know anything about building websites last year, and I realized that it looked like a 6-year-old made our original website because it was just like the worst photos I'd ever. I didn't know any better, like a click and play, just it was kind of like a WordPress style, and you just like input things, and It was like a kid in the candy store. Like, I didn't know what to pick because I hadn't tried everything, and it was really bad.
Well, it looks good now. I mean, I checked it out, and even my wife went on and looked at the store, and she wants to get a couple of things. So I said, okay, yeah. But it's nice. You can get anything from socks to leggings to backpacks to
Exactly.
beanies. I mean, there's everything. So
Yep. We're going to add our new fanny pack line.
fanny packs.
Maybe. I don't
Keep a pistol in it at the golf course or something.
In case we have to go back down to Hanging Oaks.
In case somebody confronts you again, bums come out of the bushes, you never know.
You absolutely never know. So, really appreciate it, guys. Go check out our website, and you can make some purchases there, which is cool. And tell your friends. We got anything else before we wrap this up?
I just was thinking, that guy essentially robbed you of your golf ball, and it's a felony, and you could have punched him in the face and gotten away with it.
I feel like I could have hit him with a cart.
Yeah,
Or a 7-iron.
He took that thing by force or fear.
I agree.
I'm just saying.
I have to step back and get into that fighting stance. But it was clearly like, that guy's an idiot.
All right.
All right.
I'm ready. I'm ready for this year. I'm ready to get back at it. Let's go kick some fucking ass today, make some birdies, make some money.
I agree. All right, guys. Really appreciate it. And tell your friends about us or your mom or your grandma. And appreciate the
Sometimes
likes
our
and
biggest
downloads.
fans.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. See you guys.
Wearing all black.
Aloha! Here with JC and Jeff.
Ain't no time for school today.
Hitting bombs.
Hey, watch this punch cut lob wedge. Replace your Marshalls with cart girls. They're better looking. They're serving drinks.
Got to hit bombs off the tee.
Phil talking about a guy taking shit in the cut.
Mahalo!
If we did fireside with Phil.
Fire the stick.
Hit bomb and attack the pin.